We're coming out! It doesn't mean you should be rigid. We're going to be talking about emerge and shine. Welcome to the New Woman Show. Whew. It's been a lot of chaos around here lately, but I thank God for the God of peace. And I'm sure you'll be like, Chinelu, what chaos? You need to come to my life in a day and see what chaos is. That's why we can't compare ourselves to others. We can't do that. On today's episode of the New Woman Show, let's talk about something that quietly steals our peace and confidence. It's called comparison. You know, we live in a world where everyone is constantly showing something like success, beauty, relationships. And sometimes, without even realizing it, we begin to measure our own lives against what we see. Perhaps her marriage, her skin, her business, her growth. And we begin to undermine the growth, the excellence that we have already started building. And we don't even know it. But here is the truth. You're not behind. You're on your own divine timeline. The fact that someone else is shining doesn't mean you're not shining. It doesn't mean your light has dimmed. It just means it's their turn to be seen. Yours is coming. Let me tell you a short story. Some years back, many years back, I reached out to someone who I felt was bigger than me, and then for business advice. And then she asked me a question. She said, Chinelo, don't tell me you don't have XYZ amount in your account. I froze. Because of course I didn't have that kind of amount she mentioned in my account. I mean my savings account. I froze. She must have said it to probably encourage me more to save more, or probably bullied me. Who knows? We have different motives. So I don't know why she said that. But let me assume that she said it for good. Honestly, you can't imagine how I felt. And then it struck me. Chinelu, tell yourself the truth. You're not doing well enough. Do you get? That was how I felt. But sis, quickly, the Holy Spirit inside of me encouraged me. I began to realize that this was a plot from the devil to bring down all my efforts. Do not compare yourself. Comparison binds us to what we already have. It makes us to forget that our journeys are designed differently. What's easy for her might be my own area of growth, and she didn't know it, and I didn't know it too, and that's okay. But not okay for too long, because you need to realize that there are boundaries to what you accept into you. You need to realize that you cannot afford to compare your journey to others. Because the moment you stop comparing, you begin to appreciate your own process. And when the Holy Spirit ministered to me, I began to appreciate my own process. I began to even have more ideas on other things I could do. What are you saying? I stopped looking at one area and I started having more inspiration from the Holy Spirit that would also increase my growth. Listen, sis, there is beauty in your peace and there is beauty in your pace, P-A-C-E. There is value in your story. Even the messy parts, there are values. And there is strength in showing up for your life exactly as it is. So today, my darling sister, unlearn comparison. Learn gratitude instead. Celebrate others genuinely, not because you feel less, but because you understand there is enough room for everyone to shine. Remember, your journey is not a competition. So please invite the Holy Spirit into your heart. Always guard your heart jealously, and do not let anyone make you feel less, make your efforts feel less. Sometimes it's easier said than done. We all say it. I don't compare. No, I'm in one-way traffic. I just face my front. Who dares, But deep inside of you, when you get home, you start feeling like, couldn't I be the one doing this? Allow the Holy Spirit to be your companion, so that when you openly discuss your issues and insecurities with him, he will also discuss with you and fill your heart with God's peace. That's why you should not forget that before you can be a new woman, physically, spiritually, mentally, you have to accept Christ into your life so that you can be able to emerge and shine, and no one will be able to stop you, not even that negative voice. So breathe, trust your timing, and keep walking in grace. See you again on another episode of the New Woman Show with Chinelo. I love you.